Hi, this is my home studio. I'm going to show you a new track that I'm working on, but first I'm going to show you a little bit of my synthesizers I have here. This is a Super Jupiter MKS80 Roland, which I use on this track, and here we have a Yamaha SY22, which I use quite seldom, and this is a Juno 60 Roland. Very nice synth. This is a JX8P Roland, which I use a lot on this track. This is a Korg Poly 6, this is a Korg Poly 61, and a Korg DW6000, Gen 6000, Korg DW8000, and this is a Roland Jupiter 4, which I use a little bit in this track also. Here we have a Korg Monopoly. I don't use this a lot, I'm sad to say. It's an excellent synthesizer, and this is my Yamaha DX7 2D, which I use on this track also, and I have it connected to the TC Electronic M350 here. It's an effect unit, really nice one. And this is a Yamaha stage piano, and this is an NX1X. No, N1X Yamaha. It's a virtual analog synthesizer, and behind here we have Roland Alpha Juno 1. So that's about it, I think. Yes. Of course, my Oberheim Matrix 1000 I have here also. It's a nice synth also. This new track, I've just begun it, and when I had an idea for a chord structure, and I'm going to show you. I began with a brass sound on the GX8P, an analog brass sound that I watched a YouTube video when a guy demonstrated Jupiter 8 with a brass sound. So I emulated that on the GX8P, and I found a little bit of a chord structure that I begun this tune with. So I'm going to show you how that sounds. I used this sound, and then I took another sound, a brass sound on the Jupiter 4, which I programmed it, but I didn't save it, so I can't show you it right now. And I also used my MKS80. I usually, when I work, I layer sounds often. I use about 2 or 3 sounds to make one sound. That's how I do stuff. And so here's what the MKS80 sounds like on this particular tune. Here we have it. So it's a little bit different character to the sound, but it's a brass sound also. And then I used a lot of sounds on the JX8P. I use the bass here. I have it now, this bass sound. Which I found on the internet, I think. I haven't programmed that myself. Quite nice, fat sound. And then I used some bell sounds also. Okay, here it is. And I dubbed it. I usually dub or layer sounds. So I dubbed or layered this sound with another sound on the GX8P, and it was. See if I can find it here. It's a preset, a res bell. So there you have it, and I also use another sound on the JX. It's this kind of sound. I don't know what you call this kind of. And then I also use the Jupiter 4. I do an arpeggio that sounds a bit like this. It's okay. There we have it. So it's what you see here, that you can hear. And I also use an effect to this for this sound. It's my DEP5 Roland, and then it sounds like this. I think, yeah, like that. So here's the song now. You can. We are going to listen to a few tracks here. I'm going to begin with the brass sound that I've showed you before. It sounds like this in the tune. And then I layered it with the Jupiter 4. And also with the MKS 80. And the bass line sounds like this. And eventually we have another sound on the JX that I demonstrated earlier that plays like this. And then the Jupiter comes in with the arpeggio. I've layered that with another Jupiter sound, so it sounds like this. Okay, and then we have the bell sounds that are here. Yeah, it's layered with this jack sound. Well, we have the drums also. I use addictive drums here, and I've layered the drums also with 3 different kits that play the same loop, so to speak. Okay, now we're going to listen to all of it. Sounds like this. And this part that begins here is the verse, I think. Made some stuff with the chords and with my DX7. I didn't play on that before, but I have a standard FM electric piano sound here. And it's connected to the TC electronic unit here. So it's got a little bit of a reverb and a chorus. really nice, I think. Very 80s. So it sounds like this. So this is just work in progress. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep that, but thanks for watching.